Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's Humans Kashar here. It's Kego Self Evolution, where I'm here to inspire and motivate you to become the best version of yourself. Now, I meditated so much today because I really didn't have an idea. I didn't know what to say for today's video. But now that I meditated, I thought about it. I was like, this is what I want you guys to know. Knowing how to be alone. Hey, I just thought about the craziest thing. Being alone is the most beautiful thing that a human being can do. Being alone is the most beautiful thing a human being can do. Now, why I say this? It's because I've been alone for some time now. I've been alone for, it's been a while. I am in the military, so my family isn't here. I don't have a lot of friends that are here, right? And before, I did have a lot of friends. I did have a lot of people around me all the time. That's because I hated being alone. Now that I'm in this space, I'm in a new space, because when you're in the military, you move around a lot. That's just the military. But when I got into this new space, I was like, I don't have any friends. I don't have any people to talk to, really. The only friends I have are the friends from my last base. And, it's not a face-to-face, quote-unquote conversation. So I realized, being alone, eventually, I realized that being alone is really peaceful. It's very therapeutic. And I think everybody needs to be alone for a considerable amount of time, right? This is the reason. It's my air sprayer. God, I love you so much, dude. Thank you. But anyway, the reason why you want to be alone is because you're not comfortable with yourself. Now, when I say this, it comes back to what I always say. Before you do anything in your life, before you jump into a relationship, before you start that new job, before this, before that, before the other, you have to love yourself. You have to know who you are, right? So when you're by yourself for a very, very long time, you start to figure out some things about you that you're just like, oh, okay. So that's why I do this, or that's why I keep doing that, right? It's not because of anything else. You have to be alone to get to know yourself. That's just a law. I don't know what law that's in, but that's a law. Somewhere in the peaceful spirituality book, you got to be alone. You just have to, right? And in able to love yourself, you have to be alone for a very, very long time. I've been alone now for about, I want to say 7 months. 7 months. Now, yes, it's come to the point where I am deeply, deeply in love with myself, right? Because I've been alone for 7 months. That's half a year. I've been alone for a while. But for people that can't stand not being alone with themselves for, I would say maybe like 3, 4, 5 days, they have to call a friend or they have to hang out with other people in that time span, you're not comfortable with you're not comfortable with yourself, okay? You are not comfortable with yourself. You're not comfortable being in your own presence, in your own aura. You're just not comfortable. Become comfortable in being by yourself. Because I used to hate being by myself. I used to absolutely despise it. I remember one night, I was out drinking with the friends, or drinking with this one friend, my best friend actually. And after it, we're all in this room talking, doing whatever, drinking, partying, whatever. I don't know, forgot. I was that drunk. But after that, after, you know, we had our drinks in, he was like, all right, it's time to go. I was like, I'm not trying to go back home. I'm not trying to go back to my dorm room because I don't like it there. Like, that's how upset and that's how just uncomfortable I felt with myself, that I didn't stand the feeling of being by myself and loving the skin that I had, right? And it all comes down to being comfortable with yourself. If you don't need any human contact for more than, I would say, 2 weeks, for 2 weeks, like, I mean zilch, nada, right? Then you're comfortable with yourself. But if you have to call someone, or you have to be with this person, you gotta be with a friend, you gotta hang out with them, chill, play video games with them or something like that, you're not comfortable with yourself. You're not comfortable with being alone. Now, with this coronavirus and everything that's going on around the world, a lot of people are realizing that they do not love themselves. And I can tell y'all, the first sign to knowing that you are not in love with yourself is you cannot be alone. You hate being alone. That is literally the first sign. You hate being alone. Everything else, like, you wear makeup all the time, or you want to alter your physical, like get like a butt lift or get your nose done or something like that, those are additional signs that, you know, whatever. But the very first sign is that you cannot stay alone for longer than 2 weeks. It's the truth. So I'm gonna tell y'all why being alone is so beautiful, because once you figure out who you are, once you figure out the person that you want to be, it's like everything else just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who says this about your plan, or, you know, what opinions you take, or people judging you, and it doesn't matter anymore. It just goes away. It literally just goes away. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, once you're alone for so long, outside opinions and all that other stuff, it does not matter at all. At all. So be alone. And another reason why being alone is so beautiful is because you start to get ideas in your head. You start to, whenever you're alone, you start to formulate ideas and plans, and probably business ideas, or probably inventions even. You just start to think about stuff like, oh, boom, or boom, or boom, you know? And those ideas pop up when you're alone. So this is why I started my brand. I started K-Growth Self-Evolution, because I was alone. I said to myself, I was like, what do I want to do? What is my purpose? What is my passion? What do I typically do that, you know, that just drives me, right? And I was alone for so long. Boom, it just came to me. Boom. So realize that you got to be alone to get that idea flowing, to get that job or that promotion or whatever you need. Be alone. Sit down with yourself and don't talk. Just sit there, close your eyes, and breathe. That's it. Be alone. I'm gonna say this one more time. Be alone, because you're gonna get these ideas and you're just gonna be like, whoa, I really just thought about that. And you know why I'm making this video? Because I was alone all day. I had no human interactions. I was like, you know what? I don't know what this video today I got going on, but I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna close my eyes, and I'm gonna breathe. And I was like, you know what? I had the thought, I'm gonna make a video about being alone and how beautiful it is. Boom. Y'all, all these video ideas come from me being alone. Like all the YouTube channel art and the Instagram post and everything else is because I'm alone. There's no one telling me, oh, you shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't do. Nah, it's none of that. I'm alone. I have the thought. I listen to the thought, and I'm like, boom. I put it on paper, and then I produce it, and then, that's just how it goes. So I would advise you guys to be alone and love being alone. Don't call, your family members or your friends and nothing like that. Just be alone. Just sit down with yourself. I would just say for like 3 days. Just no human contact for just 3 days. And if you can't do that for 3 days and you're just itching to just talk to somebody, talk to somebody. Someone just messaged me. But if you really want to get that idea, that drive, that ambition to do something, be alone. Be alone. I hope y'all have a blessed day. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow the Instagram. Go ahead and subscribe down below. Comment down below what you think about being alone. Have you been alone before? And go ahead and like the video. And I love all you. I love all of you. And I love all of you. Have a blessed day. Bye.